and my co-host Caroline and myself, Amanda. We are here with another opinion to discuss unrealistic beauty standards, right? And before we go any further, if you haven't subscribed as yet, please do subscribe one time, hit that bell so you can get that notification and you won't miss another opinion from us, okay? So initially, where even beauty standards began?
That's a good question because I for myself want to know.
Like, who set beauty standards?
And it keeps getting more and more ridiculous as time goes by. I don't know who sets beauty standards, but who sets it needs to cut it out. They need to cut it out immediately.
Because I don't understand. But do you think that, like, not every generation, but it keeps changing?
Every generation. So let's start with looking at Marilyn Monroe because she was the standard for, I would want to say, the 1960s, 1970s.
Okay.
So everybody wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe with the hairstyle and the body and stuff. And then as you moved from Marilyn Monroe, you moved into the era of like Baywatch, right? With the big boobs and the petite body. And those who didn't fit into that was really struggling to get into that. So you had Dolly Parton with these big boobs and
oh yeah, I remember.
like why? And then you move on to now this era of nonsense with you have to have big hips and big butts, and then your ties not matching the size of your hips and your bottom.
Correct. Yeah.
That's annoying. Like, why can't we accept ourselves for? I mean, I'm not saying that you can't see something on your body and want to work on it, but work on it the natural way.
Yeah.
For those persons who want to go and do lip fillers and do Botox and all these things, God made you that way because He saw it fit that everybody should not look the same way.
I agree.
And how boring would the world be if everybody looked the same?
Yeah. But I think as individuals, it has a lot to do with our self-esteem or self-confidence. Because even though these celebrities or these models are picturing or what's the word I'm looking for? Like
have a vision for what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, correct, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that all of us have to look like that.
Correct. And so I was looking as a plus size person. I was looking at the different plus size people in the industry, right? So they're at one point in time those people like Jordan Sparks and Adele. And
we have Lizzo now.
And especially for Adele, right? she just went off the grid. And then boom, she come back looking skinny and sexy. And then the dishonesty about she changed her diet and she started eating healthy and she started to work out and whatever. To me, as a plus size person, if it is you've gotten fans because you stood up to the industry and you did not conform to their standards,
body
right?
Positivity kind of thing.
Right. And then suddenly you just got skinny. You didn't walk your fans through the process, how you got there. And they deny doing any work on themselves. I find that is foolishness. But so you just come out and say, you know what, I went on any knife, I wasn't feeling confident about myself, I went and I did a BBL, I went and I did whatever, and this is me now, right? And this is what I'm doing to maintain that look. It would be better to do it that way than to lie and say, I went on the Jenny Craig diet and I was working out 8 times a week, although it's only 7 days, right? I was working out 8 times for the week. And that nonsense. We know you went under the knife. We know you did work.
And that's my thing. Like, going under the knife, doing all these different procedures, doing all these surgeries, Botox, lip, whatever, all these things, it is becoming very normal, right? So I don't understand why lie about it if it's so normal now. Like, what is the reason for lying? I mean, don't get me wrong, if you could afford it, that's your choice, fine, cool. But why you have to lie?
They lie because they don't want people to criticize them.
You're gonna get criticized anyway.
And that is the next thing that I was going to say.
That is the industry you are in. You are a celebrity. No matter what you do, you can do good, bad, indifferent, however, whatever you say or do, it is going to be criticized. And I think you will like lose a level of respect for lying.
Correct. Because I remember when Kim Kardashian started to do the butt fillers and whatever, she was insisting that she was not doing any work. And for some time, Khloe Kardashian was also insisting that she lost the weight by exercise. You lose the weight and then you suddenly get your butt just blew up.
and that's another point I want to make. All these persons who go in under the knife and doing all these procedures is all so different. All of them could look like, if you look at all of them, like all these celebrities who do these things, they more or less starting to look the same. Not in terms of just all of them have big butts and big hips and big boobs, small waist and all these things, but their facial structures, everything is like it's like all of them going by the same person, and it's just copy and paste.
Or they want, so like if I have a crush on, let's say, Beyonce, I go by the plastic surgeon and say, make my nose smaller, change the features so that I could look like Beyonce. And I think that is what is happening. That is why I respect Lizzo for this. Now, she really don't have to put her bottom outside all the time and do that kind of thing. But then I was listening to a TED talk that she gave, right? And she was basically saying that she had a lot of hate for her body and for her shape, because she got her, what she said, boy, she said she got her body from her father and her face from her mother, or her size from her mother. Her size from her mother and her body from her father. So it was a weird combination. And so she was not happy about how her body looked. And then when she got into the industry, basically she had to learn to love who she was as an individual. And the caption of the TED Talk was, Tolkien taught me to love myself, or something like that. So now when she puts her butt out, it is because she is now confident in how her shape is. Right? And I mean, if Lizzo, if you decide to go and do whatever work you want to do, because I know the pressure of the industry is great, then that's on you, right? But I like the fact that she is showing that she's dieting and she's showing that she's exercising and those kind of things. She's trying to work on herself, right? Because I mean, we as human beings, we all have the insecurities about how we look, and we try to hide the features that we're not confident about, right? So I'm not bashing anybody for wanting to go under the knife or to change, but when you do it, be honest about it. Don't lie and say I didn't do it, because we know. You could tell when somebody does a BBL. All of a sudden your hips just full out, and you had the biggest sink in your hips. I mean, be honest. Be honest about it.
I have two questions, right? So we're talking about unrealistic beauty standards, mainly concerning persons who go under the knife, right? But what about persons who go under the knife for like breast reduction and everything? Like their boobs are naturally their boobs are just so
but I
big.
think that's something that's different. You see, like Okay, so I know of persons who have big boobs and they say that it's a strain on their back. So breast reduction is something that is different. It is actually helping somebody to control the weight of the boobs on your back, on your spine.
Okay, so we're saying that is an understandable
It's an
reason.
understandable reason
Okay.
for. I mean, yes, I think it's an understandable reason for wanting to go under the knife because there's a pressure. Just similarly, like some persons who have really big butts, they say it's heavy, it's really heavy to carry around.
Well, I wouldn't know.
There's a pressure on the spine and on the back that you would want to alleviate.
Okay. And my second question, what about makeup? These days makeup have contouring and all these things, and it could change the entire shape of your face
Right.
and how it looks. Like, what do you think about that in terms of they're not going under the knife, but they're still changing the way.
Well, I wear makeup, but I don't wear makeup to change how I look. I just wear makeup. So there's a difference wearing makeup to probably enhance and to feel pretty for a moment, for an event, for whatever. And then there's wearing makeup because if you don't have money to do the work, so you will contour your nose down to nothingness, and you will sharpen your jawline till it can't be sharpened anymore. I feel that makeup should not be, again, to each person his own. Makeup should not be to that point where when you finish makeup your face, I do not know who you are.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
I feel like you should just be an enhanced version of yourself.
Right. I agree.
I don't know if enhanced is the right word, but you understand what I say.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
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 And Kim Kardashian, right? Look, going back to Kim, she's reducing her butt now.
Really?
Yeah.
You know why?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because smaller butts. No, I know why. Because smaller butts is now coming back in style.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah,
Here we go
there's no way to satisfy the masses of society and what society expects. So, but you just
love yourself.
Correct.
And don't pressure anyone into feeling like they aren't as beautiful because they don't fit your own ideal of what is beauty.
Yes, I agree.
To each his own. At the end of the day, to each his own.
If you think that you need to do a lip filler to look pretty, then that's on you. But don't try to tell somebody else that that's what they must do to look or to achieve beauty.
Yeah.
I realize that a lot of influencers feel that pressure because in the comments you would see people saying her bottom flat like the road, or she don't have any shape, or her lips real thin, and they give these people pressure. But influencers don't allow the internet to make you succumb to that pressure that you feel like you need to go and get bigger boobs or go and do butt implants, because at the end of the day we all can't look alike. We all can't, well, we can. We all shouldn't look alike, because the world would not be as diverse as it is if all of us had big hips, small waist, big boobs, and thick lips.
But even if the way humans are wired up, even if we all look alike, somebody will still have a problem.
Well, and that's true.
So let's just find our own comfort within our skin, with our shape, size, shades, colors, however you want to look at it, and just accept that you are beautiful. We
Yeah.
all are.
We are all beautiful in our own right. I know some days we mightn't feel that way, but we are all beautiful in our own right. Yeah. And with that, we're through with the conversation. I hope that you enjoyed our conversation. I hope that you comment, you participate in the live chat, and that you tune in for another opinion loading episode. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.